Hello everybody, my name is Desiree from Evolve Yoga and Fitness in Leesburg, Florida. Welcome and thank you for watching this video. Today we're going to guide you through a quick 30-minute power class. It's going to be fast, it will be strong. So I suggest a few things before you get started. Maybe grab some water, a towel, and I definitely suggest finding the best environment where you can be just you for 30 minutes with as few distractions as possible. Maybe add some music. I chose to add some candlelight to my session for tonight. So just take a moment, get set up, and then you're gonna meet me in a seated position at the top of your mat. So once you're in the seated position, you can place your hands facing down. If you're needing a little bit of grounding tonight, maybe your mind is just racing with everything that's going on, or with your busy world that you have going on, lots of things to do, or maybe you're needing a little bit of energy. You have some things to finish tonight, just a lot that you need to accomplish. Then just place your hands palms facing up to invite in a little bit of energy. So do what feels best to you, and I invite you to close your eyes and just notice your breath right now. Notice your heart rate, and just simply what is your body feeling right now. You don't need to worry about trying to control your breath in any way right now, just simply taking notice of what your breath does feel like at this present moment. In yoga, yes, we come to yoga so that we can get a powerful practice in, that we can feel that our bodies are moving, that we're burning some calories, but more importantly, we come to yoga to invite some peace and calmness into our world, and it's just nice that we can add in that extra workout with that as well. So today when you practice, I really want you to focus in, yes, focus in on the poses, but really focus in on just keeping your mind strong, focusing in on whatever intention it is that you brought to your mat tonight. Just simply focus in on it. I'd like to start with the cleansing breath, taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling up, and send it out your mouth. Again, deep breath in through the nose, and out your mouth. From here, we'll cultivate our Ujjayi Pranayama, known as our breath of victory. In order to do this, you breathe in through your nose, seal your lips, constrict the muscles in the back of your throat, and then you breathe back out your nose. Again, in through your nose, and out your nose. As you do this, you probably hear a little whisper sound in the back of your throat. That means you're doing it exactly right. If you don't hear that whisper sound, maybe just try dropping your chin just slightly towards your chest. This breath helps us to retain heat that we're building in class, and it also helps us to remain focused on the present moment. So I always invite you to come back to this breath anytime you begin to lose your focus or your mind begins to wander. So tonight I'm not going to set an intention exactly. I'd like you to think of something that you're working on, maybe something that you would like to bring to your mat. And as we go throughout class, I just ask that you continue to come back to this intention, whatever it might be. So let's fill up with that intention and let it out your mouth, sending it out into the universe. And then go ahead and blink open your eyes. And we're gonna come to a tabletop position, so just curling over onto your hands and knees. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this way so you can see me. In tabletop position, we stack our shoulders over top of the wrists and the hips stack over top of the knees. If you look back through your legs, you should see that your feet just kind of disappear behind your knees. So we'll start with some cat-cows. On your inhale, cow pose, dropping the belly and lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, cat pose, rounding the spine, chin comes to your chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Continue moving in the same movement, in and out of cat and cow at your own pace. And feel free to add in any extra movement, maybe taking hip circles in one direction and then in the other. Just just be sure that whatever you do on one side, you match to the next. And then when you're ready, you'll come back to stillness, curling your toes under, spreading your fingertips out wide like a starfish on the beach, and then sending your hips up high for downward facing dog. It's your first down dog of class. So I want you to just simply work on warming up the backs of the legs, maybe bending one knee then the other, or sending your hips from side to side. I know that feels really good in my shoulders when I do that. So just find what feels good to you here. As we go throughout class, you should find that your heels will slowly start to go a little closer to the mat, but it's perfectly fine if they don't touch. When you're ready, you'll come back to stillness, and as slowly as you can, walk your way to the very top of your mat to ragdoll position. Your feet will be hip distance apart. Hip distance would be 2 fists in between your feet. That's going to be hip distance for your body. We tend to go a little wider than we need to. And then you can take your hands and just grab opposite elbows, maybe sway side to side, letting your head hang heavy here. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here to release your lower back. Please listen to your body throughout this class. Opt out of anything that's not working for you, or take any modifications that you may need. We'll come back to stillness, allowing your hands to come back down to the mat until heel your feet together to touch. Big toes come together to touch, and there's a slight sliver in your heels possibly. And then from here, you'll round one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to a standing position. Circling your arms overhead to mountain pose, grounding down into all 4 corners of your feet. Gazes forward, pinkies turned in slightly, dropping the shoulders away from your ears. Tilting the pelvis under just slightly to create a neutral spine. On your next inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling, and on your exhale, take a big back bend, as big or as little as you'd like, maybe cactusing the arms, pushing your hips towards the wall in front of you as you press your chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, rise back up, mountain pose. Exhale, standing forward, fold your hands, come through your heart center. And just let your fingertips touch the mat. Maybe bend one knee here, just warming up again. Remember, in the standing forward fold position, you can always bend your knees just like we did in ragdoll. And then come back to stillness. Inhale, halfway lift. Your hands come to your shins or your thighs, creating a straight flat back like you're a diver on the edge of a diving board, squeezing your shoulder blades together, gazes at the top of your mat. On your exhale, plant your palms, and we're going to step back to our first plank of class. So we're going to hold it for just a couple of breaths. Press your back up towards the ceiling as you press your heels to the back wall. You have a long line of energy coming from the crown of your head all the way back through your heels. If I were to place a ball on your back, it should roll all the way down. Hopefully I'm looking pretty good. On your next inhale, shift forward slightly 2 inches, and exhale, lower down halfway, squeezing your arms into your rib cage, 90-degree angle here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet are pressed into the mat, gaze is lifted, shoulders are away from your ears, shins and thighs are lifted off the mat. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 to 5 breaths here. Remember that when we go through that chaturanga push-up, you're always welcome to skip it altogether, or you can always drop down to your knees at any point. I know my arms are feeling a little sore from some working out that I've done, so sometimes you just need to listen to your body and take care of it. Come back to stillness, and at the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, taking just a couple of breaths here. We'll do it one more time. One breath, one movement. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back and cycle through. Meeting me in downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. One more time, pedaling at the legs. Sun A is just a nice warm up, getting the body warmed up for a little harder work that we're about to do in Sun B. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit back and reach high. I want you to look over top of your knees. Can you see your toes? If not, I want you to scooch that booty back just a little bit. Arms are extended at an angle, rising up towards the ceiling as best as you can. Really feeling it in your legs, building strength. Inhale. And on your exhale, chair plane, bringing the arms back behind you, maybe taking it to drinking bird by coming up onto the balls of your feet. Just a little balance challenge here. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Going into the right leg, inhale your right leg high, exhale knee to nose. Really round, tuck and curl, bringing your forehead to your knee. Inhale, right leg high, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. I'm going to turn the other way just so you can see this a little bit better. So in warrior 2, our right knee is stacked over top of the right ankle. Arms are extended at shoulder height. Really lunge into that front knee and roll your knee open to the right side just slightly. Gazes forward, going over top of your right fingertips. On your next inhale, shift forward slightly 2 inches and exhale to extended side angle. Your arms can come to 6 and 12, or you have the option to take your right arm, placing it on your thigh. Just a little different variation there. And even another different variation is to extend your left arm over top of your head. Find what works for you. Remember in this first round of Sun B, we do everything to about 3 to 5 breaths. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Check the lunge in your front knee, making sure you didn't lose it. Gaze is lifted towards the ceiling. Left arm is light as a feather going down your back leg, or maybe taking the bind. Gazing up towards your fingers. Inhale. And on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back and cycle through high to low, maybe keeping your right leg lifted for one leg chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do it on the left side, so I'm going to flip to the other side so you can see it once again. You're just going to stay put. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. So just like we did on side 1, this time it's our left knee over top the left ankle, really lunging deep as much as you can, just being sure to not cross that knee over top of your toes. Gazes forward over top of your left fingertips, and work on rolling that left knee open towards the left side just slightly. Inhale, shift forward slightly 2 inches, exhale, extended side angle. Take the same variation that you did on side 1. Breathing your way through the poses. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Check the front knee, make sure you didn't lose the lunge. And if you took the bind on side 1, go ahead and do it here on side 2. Lifting your gaze towards the ceiling. Fingertips are glued together. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back. Cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do that one more time, flowing through the entire thing, one breath to one movement. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back. Cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do it one more time. Skipping the chair though, starting with the right leg. Inhale, right leg high, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back. Cycle through high to low. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Going left leg, inhale, left leg high, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left leg high, exhale. Low lunge, sorry. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Take a seat, maybe grab a little bit of water. Towel off. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way down onto the back. Getting ready to do just a little bit of core work. Maybe hugging your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side if that feels good to you. And just coming back to your breath. Breathing deep into your nose. And let it out your mouth. One more time, deep breath in. And let it out. Go ahead and come back to stillness, planting your feet on the mat. We're going to go into just some core work, some things that I really like to do. I love doing what I call flutter kicks. I'm going to lift my legs up into the air, flexing my toes back down towards my face. I'm going to start with the right leg, just lowering the right leg and hovering it off the mat, maybe just for 3 seconds, 2, 1, and then lift back up. Going to the other side, left leg lowers and hovers off the mat for 3, 2, 1. Continue at your own pace. We're going to go for about 30 seconds, taking it as fast or as slow as you'd like. Just try to make sure that you're breathing. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you rise back up. Everybody's got this. Remember, stay strong. It's really important that we work our core every single day. We use our core muscles for every movement that we make. So it's important that we build strength. And keep breathing, you're almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Again, maybe rock side to side. And we're going to plant our feet onto the mat. We're going to take this up to a bridge pose, just pressing your hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lower down. Take a nice slow count as you lift and lower. Continuing the same movement, rising up and down, really squeezing the glutes at the top. Last 3, 2, 1, lower down. Hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. And then we're going to reverse that rock, rolling up and down the spine 3 times. So it looks like this, kind of kicking your feet over top of your head. On your third rock, you'll meet me at the top of your mat and getting ready for boat pose. So your toes touch the mat, your hands can be behind your knees. Maybe you stay right here, where there's lots of different layers to this pose. You can lift your legs up off the mat, so your calves are parallel to the mat. Maybe extending your arms out to the side, or maybe taking its fullest expression by straightening your legs that really keep your back straight and strong. Give me your best boat pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs, plant the palms, and just curl up to tabletop. Taking some cat counts here. Maybe grabbing a little water if you need it. And we're not going to take really too many breaks in this class just because it's only 30 minutes. So I really want to get that heart rate up and try to keep it up as long as I can. When you're ready, come back to stillness and exhale to downward facing dog. Bend it, shake it, wag it, whatever feels good to you here. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. You were here earlier. Think about the adjustments that we made. Check to see that you can see your toes. And on your exhale, take it to a prayer twist, bringing your left elbow to your right knee. Check to make sure that your knees are in alignment. The right knee tends to want to kick back. Really push it forward. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. We're going to take a little different variation on this. We're going to take it back to a revolved crescent lunge. So in order to do this, you're going to slowly lift your left leg up into the air, trying to keep your balance and taking it to the back of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One more breath, inhale, exhale. On your inhale, we're going to unravel and come up to a crescent lunge. Stacking your right knee over top of the right ankle, left leg is strong and straight, heel is lifted up off of the mat. You're squeezing your left glute to help you keep your balance. On your inhale, look up, gaze up towards the ceiling, and exhale, take a back bend. Just another balance challenge here. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale, plant your palms on the inside of your right foot. Toe heeling the right foot to the top right corner of the mat. You can stay here in lizard pose for a little added extra strength, or maybe you're looking for a little more stretch today. You can come down onto your left knee, and then maybe come down onto your forearms, letting your right knee open up to the side wall, maybe even coming up onto the knife edge of your foot. Just let your head hang heavy. Focus on your breath. Sometimes these are the types of poses that your Ujjayi breath is really important, because sometimes these can be a little bit tough to get through, but they're sometimes the most important poses that we need. As long as you're not feeling any pinching pain, you're okay. Slowly rise up onto your palms, curling the left toes under, lifting the left knee off the mat, and stepping your right foot back to meet the left. We're going to take our first side plank here. Your left hand comes to the center of the mat, inhaling your right arm up towards the ceiling, pressing your hips up towards the ceiling as much as you can, maybe lifting the right leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can always come down onto your knee if needed on this pose. Cycle through high to low. Meet me in downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. So do those same things on side 2. So at the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, prayer twist to the left this time. Your right elbow comes to your left knee. With each inhale, you lengthen, and each exhale, you twist. So it's just like we did on side 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And just like we did on side 1, this time we're going to lift the right leg up into the air, sending it towards the back of the mat, trying to keep your balance. Stepping the right foot to the back to revolve crescent lunge. Again, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One more breath, inhale. On your exhale, unravel and come up to crescent lunge. Left knee stacked over top of the left ankle. Right leg strong and straight. Heel is lifted up off the mat. On your inhale, look up, gaze up, and take a back bend, as big or as little as you'd like. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, planting the palms on the inside of the left foot, toe heeling the left foot to the top left corner of the mat. Whatever you did on side one, I want you to do here on side two. I came down onto my knees, so I'm going to go ahead and do that on side two as well. And then I'm coming down onto my forearms. Let your head hang heavy. Your left knee might open up to the left side of the wall. Maybe you're on the knife edge of your foot. Just breathe. Slowly make your way back up onto your palms. Curling your right toes under, lifting your right knee off the mat and stepping your left foot back to meet the right. This time side plank on the left side. Your right hand comes to the center of the mat and you inhale your left arm up towards the ceiling. Take that same variation you did on side one. I lifted my leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Plant the palms, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise up to mountain pose. I'm going to turn towards the other side for this one. So we're going to do a little bit of balance, challenging some balance poses here. We're going to start with one leg mountain. So just like we started with in Sun A, we're in our regular mountain pose. But you're going to ground down in through the left foot, lifting the right knee to hip height. Now you have the option to stay right here, or option to send your right leg out towards the wall in front of you, flexing the toes back towards your base. Keep breathing, find something that's not moving, your drishti gaze. And then release the right knee back down to meet the left. Do the same thing on the other side, this time grounding down into your right foot. Left knee comes to hip height. And again, if you extended that foot on the other side, do it here as well. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring the left foot back down to meet the right. And then bring your hands down to your heart space. Just close your eyes or gaze over your fingertips. And just breathe. Remember, if you're feeling overheated, we are going really fast today. Maybe take a couple cleansing breaths in through the nose and out the mouth just to help release a little bit of extra heat, and grab water anytime you need it. And at this moment, I'd like you to come back to your intention, whatever it is that you set at the beginning of class. Think back to what it was. Filling up through the nose and out the mouth. One more time. Slowly begin to blink open your eyes. Going into a tree pose, we'll ground down into the left foot. Your right foot becomes your kickstand, either coming to your ankle, your calf, or to your inner thigh. Just please be sure that you avoid the knee joint. So we're really rounding the knee open up here, pressing the foot into the thigh as I press my left thigh in, so we're pushing against each other. Your hands can stay at heart center, or you have the option to grow your branches, taking any variation that's in your practice, or maybe trying something new today. One thing I like to try to do is to lift my gaze towards the ceiling. Some days it feels easy, and other days it feels very challenging. And then bring your hands back down to your heart space, releasing your right foot back down to meet the left, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. This time you're grounding down into your right foot as your left foot becomes either your kickstand at your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. You want to try to go to the same spot you did on side one. Really think about pressing your foot into your thigh as you push your right thigh and hip in. Growing your branches, finding that drishti gaze, something that's not moving. And breathing. But bring your hands back down through your heart space, releasing your left foot back down to meet the right. And meeting me at the top of the mat, you're already there. We're gonna go ahead and flow through Sun A. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, cycle through high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And here I'm going to ask you to come down onto your knees. Getting ready to go into camel pose. We're just going to do one spine strengthening pose here. Your knees will be hip distance apart. Your hands come behind your back like you're placing your hands in your jeans pockets. On your inhale, look up towards the ceiling, and then on your exhale, slowly begin to lower back. Now if you can see the wall that's behind you, you might be able to reach down and grab your ankles, or you do have the option to curl your toes under to help you make that connection. If you've made that connection, press your hips towards the wall in front of you. Keep your eyes open, keep breathing. And then slowly rise all the way back up. Planting your palms in front of you and pushing back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out your knees. Maybe your heels are reaching a little closer to the mat now. Going into half pigeon. Now if you prefer to do supine pigeon on your back, if you know it, you're definitely welcome to take it. Otherwise, we're going to inhale the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. Your shin comes down all the way onto the mat, parallel to the top edge of your mat. Flexing your toes back towards your knee. Check back to make sure that your foot behind you is pointing towards the wall behind you. Square your hips and square your shoulders, and then we lower down onto the forearms, letting the head hang heavy. We typically hold this for about a minute. So just begin to let your heart rate calm down. Focus in on that Ujjayi breath. Trying really hard not to let your mind wander off to all the other things that you need to do. Try to stay present.